At this pivotal moment in 2024, the person who proposed the 144-hour visa-free policy is truly a national hero. It's an unbeatable strategy. For decades, Western media have spent countless resources to build an information cocoon that suppresses China. But now, with just one move, China has torn it apart with a stream of plane tickets. Foreign tourists are flocking to China, opening their eyes to the world, which has rendered Western propaganda ineffective. Now, people naturally come to defend China. Let's look at some data from the China Immigration Administration. In the first quarter of 2024, the number of foreigners traveling to China tripled compared to the same period in 2023. China issued 466,000 visas, an increase of 118.8% year-on-year, and the number of visa-free entries was 1.988 million, up 266.1%. It's clear that after China officially implemented the 144-hour visa-free policy for 54 countries, the number of foreign visitors has doubled. Citizens of these 54 countries, with just their travel documents and a booked return ticket, can stay in China for up to 144 hours. Simply put, foreigners can now visit China without a visa for 6 days. This information is extremely tempting for self-media bloggers who earn money through traffic. They pack their bags and head to China for an extreme adventure. Why do I call it an adventure? Thanks to Western media. Anyone who follows Western news knows that smearing China is their constant mission. They ignore facts, practice double standards, and make things up. If your roads are dirty, they say you're filthy and uncivilized. If your roads are clean, they claim you're forcing citizens to sweep the streets, creating a facade of progress. When the pandemic first broke out, Wuhan and Italy both imposed lockdowns around the same time. Western media praised Italy for risking its economy to control the virus, while condemning China's measures as sacrificing people's livelihoods and freedoms. The irony is, these reports were published just 20 minutes apart, with vastly different tones. Take the 2021 Pulitzer Prize-winning BuzzFeed News as another example. They wrote a series of reports smearing China's Xinjiang policy, claiming to have found over 300 concentration camps through satellite images. But in reality, these sites were either industrial parks or residential areas, fabricated from random photos. As long as you slander China, political correctness ensures you win awards. Truth and conscience are irrelevant. Belittling China is paramount. Western media's grey filter has almost become exclusive to China. They use abnormal angles and post-processing to portray China as a gloomy, desolate, and oppressive country. Even when Blinken visited China in June 2023, under clear blue skies, BBC and the Washington Post altered photos to make the sky look grey. No wonder China doesn't bother rolling out the red carpet anymore. It's just not worth the effort. Years of deliberate defamation have ingrained in Western minds the image of China as a real-life dystopian city, lawless, poor, unfree, repressive, chaotic, and backward. But China is not isolated. It has trade, cultural exchanges, and people-to-people interactions with other countries. China's reputation directly affects its citizens' ability to travel and do business abroad. Stereotypes and prejudices are like mountains that can crush people. That's the power of public opinion. Apart from China, over 6 billion people worldwide live in the information cocoons created by the West. However, the era of Western media dominance is over. The powerful China of today wants to change the game to one of unity, development, and win-win cooperation. In this game, you must be seen as a capable, responsible, peace-loving, and trustworthy major power. Therefore, international image is crucial. Breaking the Western information cocoon and changing people's stereotypes about China is vital, but mainstream media like BBC and CNN, and social platforms like YouTube and Twitter are all controlled by the West. Despite Chinese media and diplomats' relentless efforts to clarify, it's ineffective. Even though People's Daily and Xinhua News have accounts on these platforms, they attract little attention. Any positive portrayal of China gets censored and shadow banning is common. Lacking a voice, China's external publicity efforts have nowhere to go. The Western media built a Maginot Line, blocking China and using an information cocoon to smear it with impunity, making it nearly impossible for people to access real information about China. In this context, the unbeatable 144-hour visa-free strategy emerged. You have the Maginot Line. We'll take the Ardennes forest route. Without visa hassles, Western bloggers are eager to visit China, the so-called enemy of freedom and civilization, to film extreme survival videos and garner huge traffic. Anxious but curious, they arrive in China and upon landing are stunned. High-speed trains, mobile payments, new energy vehicles, fresh produce, clean streets, and freedom. They thought they were coming to liberate others, but found they needed liberation themselves. China offers low prices, abundant products, seamless internet, delicious food, convenient transportation, rich history, and most importantly, safety. One blogger conducted a social experiment in Shanghai, leaving a laptop on a mall table for an hour and returning to find it untouched. In the US, such an experiment would start the moment you buy the laptop, if not sooner. Another video showed a foreign girl walking down the street at 3 a.m., repeatedly marveling at how safe China is. China now exudes a sense of security where people don't need to lock their doors at night. In contrast, frequent looting and shootings are daily occurrences in the US, with streets occupied by homeless people and illegal immigrants. When these bloggers visit China, a place demonized by Western media, they see it firsthand and often end up praising it. The harsher the Western smear campaign, the stronger the backlash. With TikTok as a tool, China's development as the stage, and the 144-hour visa-free policy as the entry ticket, foreign visitors can bypass Western media and the Maginot Line, sharing their experiences directly on TikTok. This simple action surpasses countless propaganda techniques and conspiracies, breaking China's publicity bottleneck. This has led to a bizarre phenomenon on YouTube. Videos tagged with China travel now attract overwhelming positive comments. Videos about Chinese early childhood education resonate with Western parents who praise the independence and collective spirit of Chinese children while criticizing their own education system. Previously, Chinese people raised under red education would become staunch followers of the Free West. Now, a generation in the West, raised under blue education, sees the vibrant real China and realizes the world doesn't need a beacon when the sun rises in the east. Perhaps this is the real reason why the Western world has banned TikTok. However, in my view, having a strong competitor isn't frightening. What's truly concerning is the attempt to downplay this by covering it up.